Guys, good morning. It's Cecilia, aka ForRealCeil with 90 Days and Do in the MLS Bitcoin Club, coming to you this beautiful Monday morning. It is 71 degrees out, a nice sunny bright day. Looks like a winter. So I'm back off to my 9 to 5 and have a lot planned. I gotta put together my training. I do an annual 3-day training with my team before the program season starts, and I'm waiting for some input feedback from DCA regarding policy changes and updates, because I want my team to be better prepared every season to deal with the challenges and have the most recent updates and changes in their back pocket, so we know exactly what we're doing, how to proceed with files, and follow protocol that the state is putting in place. I made some strong suggestions at the annual conference this year for changes to policy, and hopefully that they listen. And since the program is under new administration, I think that some good things are going to happen this season. There are going to be changes, some that of course agencies will like and others that agencies and clients will not like, but that is that's just the nature of the beast. We're dealing in a program that has input from both federal and state entities, and we are compliant always, regardless of what the changes are. So my concerns is basically just having the most up-to-date information, making sure that our message is clear to DCA and the state that we want changes in the program. We need some policy and procedure changes in the program, and we need the clients understand the requirements for the program clearly, so there is no feeling of bias, because we have that. It's a lot of tension in the program because people have abused the program. I'm saying statewide, not just in one county or another, but throughout the state. People have abused the program by committing fraud, by lying, by withholding information, by not following procedures, by having even people who work in agencies that possibly know that these people are not eligible and yet still continue to help them with benefits, which is a big no-no. Yeah, so wind up in federal prison. Keep it up, you'll see. Okay, so here I am on my way in, looking to improve the lives of everybody and anybody I can. I try my best to share information about positive things. I give feedback, encouragement, and I want to enrich the lives of others by sharing wealth strategies. I'm learning a lot. I'm in MLS Bitcoin Club. I've been a member a little bit over a year, and what I have to say about this club is that the financial literacy tools that I have learned and that I've gathered from this club are without a doubt very real, tangible items that I could actually put my hands on, utilize, and see progress. I could see growth, and that's a beautiful thing. I would hate for anyone that has it in their means, and everybody does have it in their means, to learn such things, to not do so, because it's such a great feeling when you don't have to worry about what's coming up next. You don't have to worry about where your next dollar is coming from. You don't have to worry about how you're going to cover unexpected expense. Can unexpected expenses be hardships? Absolutely. Even with a great cash flow strategy, learning to build wealth, having great credit, having cash at your disposal, and having a plan, a setback can always cause a ripple. But would you prefer cause a ripple than to cause a cataclysmic wave? I'm talking about a tsunami in your environment. So you don't want what can be a drop in a bucket or a ripple to be that tidal wave. You don't want it to be that rogue wave that just destroys everything in its path, because weren't prepared, because you didn't have that extra money set aside, because you didn't have that plan, because you didn't have any way to generate cash flow or any savings that you could put your hands on, and money that is working for you in the background. It's super important. Very helpful, very, very helpful tools. I'm learning every day. I want you to explore this. I find value in the program because I'm learning to trade. I'm learning to generate cash flow. I'm learning to, well, I always knew to keep my credit good because it improves your opportunities for all kinds of things. But I'm learning how to keep my credit good, how to make my credit even better, and how to generate even more cash flow by utilizing credit, utilizing cash flow, utilizing infinite banking system, and trading. So these things are very, 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 very powerful tools, and you too can learn them. You can have these at your disposal. It's not just, it's not something hard to learn. It's something that should come second nature, and actually should have been the way that we were reared up to feel and act about money and the possibilities of money. I can remember back when I was scared to make money. And I mean that because we were dependent upon programs. And I see it's a lot. It's a handicap. I could tell you a story, and this is something, it's personal, but it's so relevant. I'm going to tell you, I had my son in 1990. I had my first child. In 1991, I had my daughter. I said, wow, this is perfect. I have a boy and I have a girl, and the proper order. An older boy to take care of these little girls, right? Then I had my tubes cut and burned. I had to sign all kinds of papers saying, I know that if I ever want to have children again, I cannot, and I cannot sue the doctors for not being able to conceive and have children anymore, right? So I said, okay, I'm fine with that. That's how I felt. About a year later, I started feeling really weird. Like, I wasn't myself. My body wasn't acting right. I had a pretty good job, but things didn't work out good on that job. And come to find out, I was pregnant. I was pregnant with my third son, Toyin. Now, this was a miracle in more than one way, because quite some time before that, my GYN had told me I had some growth and that it was looking pretty suspicious and I should come back. But see, since I was younger, I had a tumor removed, and I remember the pain from that surgery, and I didn't want to go back. I didn't want to be cut again. I didn't want to have any more surgery, so I didn't go back to the doctor. Well, when I was pregnant with Toyin, I had to go to prenatal, and I had to get regular exams and so on and so forth, and they realized this abnormal growth as well. Okay? So after I had my son, I was told to come in. I needed to have a biopsy done because they saw some really, abnormal cells. It looked like it could be cancer, and it was cancer. So I had cervical cancer, and had I not gotten pregnant with this child that I was not supposed to have, I would have not known. And at the time when I had him, they told me if I didn't have the surgery, if I didn't have a hysterectomy, if I didn't go forward with this, that I would not see my children go to be 6 months old. I didn't want to have the surgery. I was against it. I was like, look, I had my tubes cut and burned. I'm not gonna have no more kids, and I shouldn't have had Toyin. I felt like I shouldn't have had him, but it was a miracle. He was meant to be here. He saved my life. So, and it's amazing how God works. So He put him here for that purpose. He saved my life. He's a valuable, beautiful person, and I'm very happy to have had my third child. The point is, I had him. I didn't expect to have him. I wound up having the surgery. My niece talked me into it. I'm grateful for that because I got to see all my children grow up, see what beautiful people I was able to bring into the world, see my grandchildren, see my in-laws. I have a daughter-in-law, and just watch everybody, grow up. So it's amazing, right? Now, I'm trying to think of how I can leave a legacy. And the thing is, I didn't want to be back then what they call a statistic. I didn't want to be stuck on welfare and food stamps. I tried to reduce the amount of children that I brought into the world because I didn't want to just bring children in the world and be sitting at home on welfare like some people do. And this is where I'm going with that. I didn't want to be trapped in that environment and in that mindset because I've seen it and I was watching it happen with several people, even people I went to school with, who were just having babies and sitting home on welfare, waiting for a check every month and living miserable ass lives and always wanting to be on the system. And that wasn't my plan. My plan was always broader. I had a vision of being a person, a philanthropist, someone helping others to achieve goals and do things and have things, nice things. I wanted to grow up to be wealthy, and I didn't want anything to stop that from occurring, including myself and being needy, for lack of a better word. Because there are people who don't have means, and there are people who have limitations that may be physical, mental, or physiological, all right? But I choose not to have those limitations, and I can tell you I suffer with physical limitations, and I push every day. I get out and I do stuff every day, and I'm not gonna stop. So these are things that I choose to do to make my self-worth improve and to help improve other people's lives. I want to share education. I'm trying to learn everything I can. I want to put my hands on properties, and I need those 11 plus doors. 11 doors for me will make my passive income be putting me in a place where I am right now financially, where if I never worked another day of my life, I would be fine. However, I need more than that because I am more than that. And I have grandchildren that I want to grow up seeing what kind of wealth could be generated, how to generate, grow, and protect their wealth in the future, because I don't want them eating from hand to mouth. I want them to be able to relax in life and see that growth comes from hard work, comes from learning things daily, it comes from putting in effort and being smart about the choices that you make in life. Everybody has an opportunity to improve themselves, and that comes with school, training opportunities. All of these platforms that they have out here now, all of these seminars that they have out here about wealth building and learning to repair credit and things of that nature, they're all very helpful tools that people should be looking into visiting. Look at them. Don't just ignore them. Don't say, oh, I could never learn that, because it's not true. I didn't think I could learn to trade. I know so much about trading right now, and there's so much more to learn that I am impressed at myself, and I have to look at it. And yes, I've blown out accounts. Yes, I went through thousands of dollars in trading. I've also earned thousands of dollars in one day, in one session, and just sitting down and pressing the button. So I know the reality of it. It's amazing the things that I'm learning. It's amazing the things that I'm utilizing. It's amazing the things that I have seen done within my life in the last year, and even within the last 90 days. And I always talk about days is so significant. It's very empowering when you could chart something and see progress and know that you have changed something. And I started celebrating all wins because of fortune builders. Inside of mastery, I learned that even the smallest achievement means something, because it's one step closer to being at that finish line. It's one step closer to being where you want to be in regard to a goal that you set. So I don't look at little accomplishments as insignificant anymore. I learned to appreciate that I could realize that I have had growth, and that's what I need people to do too. Stop selling yourself short. Don't think that because you're not where you thought you would be today that you're not there. But as long as you're not where you were before, you have made steps. You know, you're progressing. If you don't see that in yourself, then there are some adjustments that you may need to make. You may need to start writing down your goals. You may need to make a vision board. You may need to talk to somebody or share your ideas with somebody else and network. There's meetup groups all over, all kinds of groups. It's amazing the things people meet and discuss. And I just find that being networking with people, being social and being vocal about it, because conversation leads to compensation. It is very, very good to network and express your thoughts about stuff to other people, because you may sit back and think, oh, nobody cares about doing this, or nobody ever thought of this, but until you start talking and expressing those thoughts to other people, then you realize that there's more people, more like-minded people out here than you know about. And you can change your life. You can change your life for the rest of your life just by being vocal and being passionate about what you want in life. Thinking outside the box. Expressing your thoughts in prayer. Being vocal about your dislikes. Having opinions and expressing yourself is also a helpful tool. You just want to be expressive. You don't want to be boxed in. You just need to be yourself, be true to yourself, be willing to learn things, be willing to step outside your comfort zone sometimes. Sometimes you have to say something. You know, I was charged, and I say charged for lack of a better word, and that's why I guess somebody signed me up for a grammar tool. I started seeing words come into my email, and I like that. It's a great thing. I'm going to start using it. And what I like about being challenged, or what I like about thinking outside of the box and being pushed outside of your comfort zone, is that you can find yourself. You can find strengths that you didn't realize that you had. You can find that you may have a gift that you never realized on your own, and it was a tool or a trait that you had that you never even realized that you had. And it's really crazy. It's really crazy when you see the things that you can accomplish when somebody else pushed you to reaching that goal, pushed you to realizing yourself, you know. And once you are outside of the box, the world is yours. You can do great things. God provides us with so many beautiful gifts and tools, and I just feel like people sell themselves short. Don't sell yourself short. Don't give up on your dreams. Don't let life get in the way of what you want. Don't let life get in the way of what you want. Don't let life get in the way of the things that you think you should have. And I'm watching the traffic because I'm on the phone and I'm doing this, and the traffic is being directed by a policeman. So I said, shit, I don't want to get pulled over in the morning. I gotta go to work. Nobody got time for that. So I'm thinking and I'm multitasking, and this is something that I found that I have a good skill of doing because I have to. Because if I don't multitask, I find I don't have enough time in the day to do everything that I need to get done. So I do this at work. I do this when I'm driving. I am very visual. I'm very alert. Thank God, it's a skill. It's a skill set that I've honed in on, but it's something that a trait that God gave me. So it's an ability because not everybody can multitask. Not everybody can divide their attentions and still be successful at something. So I am grateful again for these things, and these are things that at the time and doing it, you will be able to do it too. Because look for example, I'm learning to trade. I'm learning about real estate investing. I'm learning about properties. I'm learning about acquisitions. I'm learning about wholesaling. I'm learning about tax liens and laws. I'm learning about paperwork and contractors and scopes of work and estimates and analyzing properties and putting into play property details and contracts and how to gather contractors together and form a team of people who are willing to work together to improve properties. I'm learning how to coach people about finances and be a building block, a pillar for my family. I want to be helpful in that manner. I want to be that cornerstone that helps bring and elevate us to generational wealth. I don't want to leave us where we were, poor people. It's all about pot roast. And I'm going to tell the story one day. I mean it. I really will. I keep saying it, and it's getting closer and closer to that time, but it's not time yet. And I say there's not time yet because there's so much more to do. There's so much more to give. And it just may be the final chapter in my book when I reveal that. I'm just elevating myself. I'm elevating the future outcomes of my grandchildren. I'm looking for better things in life. I still have a goal to meet in my job profession. There are things that I want to do within home energy assistance with my team, with the staff that I have, with the staff that I've lost. I missed an opportunity there because I want us to excel. Statewide, we stand very high in the ranks. There was some bad publicity. A person who was really, a person, not a good person, just discrediting the program and discrediting people that don't even really work in the program at all. And it was a lot of controversy behind that, and it put me in a really bad headspace for a while. And then I thought about it, and Steve Harvey said some stuff, and I thank him for this, and he was talking about when people shit on you, basically. And then he made it relevant to fertilizer, a beautiful garden or anything that you want to grow. Sometimes it takes that fertilizer in order for the growth to occur. So I thought about that and I put it into perspective, and I said, you know what, that's an opportunity for growth there, and I appreciate it. So I became more resilient and now more grounded in my desire to improve on the things that touch me most about the negativity, the things that may have had an iota or truth to it. And I said, well, there are ways that I can fix that, and it's all through training, it's all through motivation, it's all through the desire to be better, the desire to do more, the desire for growth. And that's all I'm about. I'm about growth. So I'm not gonna ever be satisfied being typical. I want to be atypical. I want to be above and beyond. I want to be a ring higher. I'm always going to set the bar, and then if I can't jump it, then I'm a limbo under it, but I will never just crawl. So My thing is, I'm jogging now. I'm jogging. And pretty soon, I'll be able to run. And after I'm able to run, I'll be able to fly. You know? R. Kelly said he believed he could fly. He believed he could touch the sky. I think about things every night and day too, and I think about the possibilities of where I can be a day from now, where I can be a week from now, where I can be a few weeks from now, where I can be a month from now, where I can be a few months from now, where I can be a year from now. And then I think longevity, I think further out. I think about 5 years from now, 10 years from now. Why increments of time are so important is because it's a measurement, and it's a measurement of progression. I don't even think about age anymore, because age, again, is nothing but a number. Do you know how many people are learning new skills, new traits every day? Things that they never thought that they could learn, and learning it at an advanced age. I don't ever want to get to that point where I believe I'm too old to learn anything or implement new skills or strategies that are going to improve my life. I don't want to be that one that says, "Oh, I've learned everything that I can," because that's not me. I can always learn, and that's why I'm always going to be successful, and that's why I want to share with you the things that I'm learning, because you too, whoever you are, no matter your skill set, you can learn something. If it's 1 out of 10 things that you learn that may improve your life or change how you think about money, how your concept about money is, or how you're saving or growing, or your whole experience with money in the past to where it could be in the future is, then you have done something significant. If your home economy is not growing, there's no one to blame but you. So new ideas can help you pay your mortgage, help you pay your car note, help you pay medical bills, help you reach those goals and desires and change your outcomes. I'm inviting you again to check out MLS Bitcoin Club. It's more than just Bitcoin. It's more than Bitcoin. It's so much going on inside of our club. We have the Trading Academy. We have all these income strategies, all of these resources. And I want you to come and check us out. It's ForRealCeil again. Have a great day.